I can't get these memories out of my mind, and some kind of madness has started to evolve. I tried so hard to let you go, but some kind of madness is swallowing me whole. Yeah, I have finally seen the light, and I have finally realized.
Welcome to the podcast this week. Hey Siri, you got any good entry music? Hey Siri, why are you not talking to me? Story of my life. Oh, hey Alexa, you got any good entry music for us?
You'd like to hear some 1969 UK chart entries, right?
No, absolutely not. Go back to sleep. I guess when you call a woman by the wrong name, they don't respond to you. But welcome to the podcast this week. We got upgraded from the dungeon to the nice comfy couches. So hey, there's that to look forward to. And the commish got upgraded to an older, better version of him. That's your signal to pan up and look at the picture.
I see it just fine.
Good. All right, so we're gonna jump into the news, basically.
Is this the last week for the 50-50?
This is the last week for the 50-50.
Where we at?
Bring your longest arms. Bring your $10 so you can get an arm's length. Put your names down. That money will be handed out after the 11 o'clock game on Sunday. You can stick around and wait for the thing. We'll go Facebook Live, whatever you got to do so everybody sees it's fair. I believe right now it's up to like $55.
The other thing too is I know the commish was talking to you about the $10. Somebody is going to win money on that. It's a 50-50 type thing.
So I guess we had it wrong. Every league, every person in every league is going to donate $10, right? That money is going to go towards all the BDL leagues and BDL as a whole entity. So, but I believe they're going to buy our trophy out of it, maybe Tuesday trophy, whatever. They want uniform trophies, but different colors and stuff like that. I'd really like to have Jim on the pod and let him explain it. So maybe I'll get some footage of him this weekend and have him explain it. But what he said is all the $10 you donate is going to go into a raffle. Everybody's going to get a ticket. You'll have a ticket number, or maybe they'll do it like we did and put a name down on the ticket. I'll have to figure that information out. But you'll be able to win money on it. So it's not like you're just donating money just to donate money. I know some of you people out there didn't want to donate because you know your name's not going to be on the trophy and whatnot. That's fine. I mean, if you already know that, you already know that your name's not going to be on the trophy, and you're just like, hey, I'm just here to, watch everybody else compete, and, maybe eat some popcorn if Frank's got some popcorn popping, whatever, that's fine. That's fine. I won't make fun of you.
But too, if they don't contribute to the league for the $10, they shouldn't be able to enjoy that money when it's a banquet or.
Right. Well, yeah, because it all goes toward back to you. It's not like they're taking the money and they're just
going to spend it on a vacation.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything's going back into the league. End of the year parties and stuff that we like to do and
the bonding and camaraderie.
Exactly. It's a lot of fun. I speak about it every week about how great this league is, and I hear other people talk about it too. I I mean, we dog each other. We get out there. We play hard against each other, and then after we hang out with each other. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome, and I really enjoy it. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. You're not gonna find other places that do what we do or what's being done here. So, I mean, we're all got in on the first round, and there's a bunch of people itching to get in for a second round, and I hope it's first come first serve. So you guys are already still in it. So it's not like you get replaced. You don't get replaced. You could be the worst person in the world and have no goal throughout the whole season and not contribute to anything. And we want you to stay. We want you to have a good time and have fun. And that's what it's about. I mean, obviously, when playoffs hit, we want to be competitive. We always want to win. But it's about a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. It's something to look forward to each week. I lost out on my Tuesday teams. That was the team that I had. I had the Quack Attack on Tuesday. I feel like we were one of the best teams in the world. We would always play hard against white guys and all the other teams. My team was Johnny Roberts, Cordell, me, McIntyre, which I feel is a fucking stay-at-home stud defenseman. He's probably, I didn't know Hickman was a defenseman. I always just figured him as an offensive powerhouse, but I mean they're both very similar type players. So I mean, I just enjoy everybody in this league. I just really enjoy it. There's not really much more I can say about that. So, but yeah, so a little shout out to my Tuesday team. But now I look forward to Sundays. I look forward to playing with that, and might join up on Mondays maybe and make a run for supremacy there. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, last week for the 50-50. Now that we got sidetracked, everybody's got to get their if you want in, you got to get your money in by the end of the 11 o'clock game on Sunday. Weight loss challenge. I forgot my scale. I had my daughter's championship game that day and did a lot of running around, forgot the scale. So we will update that this coming up one. But I just like to point out that Farr's been putting a lot of healthy eating out there. He also offered anybody that wants to go to the gym with him, you could go for free. And I think that's awesome because at the end of the day, I want all of you to be healthy, and I want everybody in this league to be around a long time, and long enough where your kids join the league. And Gallagher, you know about that. Your kid's in the league, and you guys play together. It's pretty cool. Play against each other, but you know what I mean. And there's no other feeling like that. I got young girls, and hopefully one day they are much better than me and playing in the league with us. I'm forgetting something. We talked about the $10. Yeah. Hopefully everybody's paid up with Frank by now. That I know it really doesn't have anything to do with me between you and Frank, but hopefully everybody's good on that front. Yeah.
I like the idea of the skills competition and stuff.
So jumping back into this, we're going to do this podcast a little different than the normal podcasts of us talking smack and laying down the challenges. Let's talk about this this all-star competition that everybody's been sparked up on the
Now, is
old
this
interweb.
all-star thing going to be like mid-season?
See, that's what I want to do. Because this is what I think. I think if we wait till the end of the season, right, and we try to incorporate it on the championship day weekend, I think that's a really bad idea. It never works anywhere, right? So what we should do is do like a mid-season classic, right? Take one of those Sundays that's going to be that's got games slated right now and turn that into an all-star weekend, right? So if we turn it into an all-star weekend, we do it like this, right? We have 3 hours, right? Because we have our 9, 10, and 11 slots, right? What I say we do is make that 4 hours, right? Do 2 hours for the skills competition.
Mm-hmm.
So from 7 to 9, right? And then that would, you'd be good there. It gives everybody a little bit of time to rest, and then you have the All-Stars go out there and they play a game. Or we get 2 games in, or whatever it is, or we shorten it to half games, and we could do a little All-Star Classic like they do in the NHL, where you have 3-on-3, right? You play a period maybe, right? And the winner of that period.
So you get like 4 teams of 6.
Yeah, exactly. 4 teams of 3.
With a goalie, obviously.
With goalie in each end, right? And then you have them play, or you have more teams, whatever it is, however you want to do it, right?
It was like the Veterans Tournament. I think they did like.
But we don't want it to be as long, so we cut it down.
Periods.
Exactly. Yeah. Something you would
2
just
periods at 12 minutes apiece.
Exactly, like 2 halves, whatever, and then you would pound that out, and then the winner of the thing would be the winner. You know what I mean? And you could vote captains. You could do it like Farr said. Each team picks out 2 MVPs. They think, one from their team, one from another team, and then we tally the votes, and then let them, or everybody's involved. And we can't do everybody, but you just go point. Well, you do it the same way. You know what I mean? You pick a certain number and you do that, but everybody would be involved in the skills competition. So everybody's involved. You would have 4 teams in the skills competition. We had a north, south, east, west, right? And you could have 4 captains that are not. Maybe they don't have to be captains from our team, like us.
Yeah.
Maybe they're selected by everybody. Who would they like to see captain a team? Let them captain a team, and then we have
a vote on captains for the All-Stars, and then we have.
And then let the All-Stars, those captains pick their teams.
Yep.
Right, and then you'd have the hardest shot, and then what they would do is they would select from their team who they want to do the hardest shot, who I want to do the fastest skater, who I want to do accuracy, and maybe like a stick handling one, or like a team one.
NBA, they get to pick their the people they want to play with.
Right, and then you would do that, and
there'd be some butthurt awards.
No, I don't think so.
Coming out.
And then everybody would be, no matter what, you got picked for, everybody would be involved in. So, like at the end of the NHL one, they do a shootout competition.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody would be involved, right?
Yeah.
And we could just put.
We do most
split
creative.
up the goalies.
Most creative shootout.
No, you just do shootout. If you score, you continue.
Yep.
If you don't score, you're done.
Yep.
Right. And then whatever team has the last guy standing, they win that. And whatever goalie let in the least amount of goals, their team gets points for that. And you just go by points, and whoever team's got the most points at the end, like each thing may be worth 5 points or whatever, you know what I mean? And then the shootout one, since everybody's in that, make that worth 10 points or whatever.
Yeah.
And whoever's got the most points, they win, and they're the All-Star competition champs that year, and you take a picture, and boom, it's done deal.
But see, with this whole thing with the $10 and funding league, that money could also go for getting All-Star jerseys.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of jerseys, and I don't think we'd make that much money. But I think that if we're doing an All-Star competition, everybody get creative. And you know how the NBA does they design their own shoes for the NBA competition? Have everybody design their own jersey. Do something fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or pick the coolest jersey you have and wear it, whatever. It's not like you're not playing against anybody. Raise awareness. I had an Aunt Pat last week of cancer. I would rock a pink breast cancer awareness shirt or jersey or something to bring light to a cause.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that go through a lot of different stuff with maybe their kids got cerebral palsy or have heart problems.
Rack went through cancer and beat it.
Exactly. So there's a lot of stuff out there. So I mean, you do whatever what feels the best for you and what makes you the happiest. Get out there and have a good time. And I just think this All-Star thing would be great. I think it'd be great for right in the middle of the season.
So
it would pop off one day. Everybody could just have fun. Maybe we could do a little food. Maybe some prep. It's early in the morning, so it's kind of hard for that. But something we could do something. You know what I mean? I'll buy donuts or whatever for people. We just have a good time.
Maybe do something like that at night.
it's hard to it's hard on Sundays because if he's got all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
But it would be great if a Sunday night would be cool. But people work Monday. I think the way it's set up, we could just add an hour to the beginning of it, run it correctly, and it'd be done. Have the All-Star game after that. The All-Star game we would pick by, like we said before. There's every team would pick a person from another team that they thought whoever got to the most points, and one from your own team, and go that route. I just think this is I love how everybody brings ideas up, and I love how they're just not shot down. But this is something I've really wanted to do since the beginning. That I really wanted to do a skills competition. That way, everybody in the league is involved. It's not just the best skaters in an all-star, which I would like to see also. I mean, I'm not against that. I know I wouldn't make that. Most likely, I wouldn't make that. The only way I'd make that is maybe defense. There's not a ton of standout defensemen in my mind. There's Smith. There's Terreri. Shane America maybe.
Mm-hmm. Morgani was a defenseman. I drafted him as a defense.
Yeah, but he doesn't play defense, so I can't count him as a defenseman. I'm sorry. I don't count him as a defenseman, and I don't count Hickman as a defenseman. Rizowitz. That'd be your 4 right there almost, right?
Yeah.
That was 4 people right there. And I think on the cusp would be Delicente. He's right on the outside of the cuffs there. I know I give him a lot of shit, but it's only because I know he can take it. And it's all in good fun. Delicente would be right there on the outside. I would maybe be right there on the outside. Cam technically is a defenseman. Bob Bowers is technically a defenseman, I guess. They both play offense, but Cam has actually played mostly defense. I think he would make it in, maybe. I don't know, but that's what's cool about it. So,
I like the ideas that all the guys are coming up with on the page, and I like the fact that everybody in this league has a voice.
Right.
And nobody's been bashed for saying something or put down.
There's no stupid ideas.
No, not at all.
There's no stupid ideas.
A bunch of ideas thrown together, mix it around, we come out with a really good, good thing. So
I think we got good groundwork. I'm gonna actually. I would like everybody to put their sense in if they would get involved in a skills competition if we did it on a Sunday, like a game day Sunday type thing, so that everybody would be involved. I would really like everybody's feedback on that.
I think there's a lot of. Are we going still?
No. Go ahead.
I think there's a lot of good things, a lot of good talk about this All-Star. I think I don't think there's one negative thing about having one. So I think we roll with this and figure it out.
Yeah, but I think that the negative would be trying to do it all on one weekend, along with the championship game, and along with a draft. So I don't think you do it that day. I think you should save the draft and the championship game for their own separate thing. You have the championship game, then you have next year's draft all in the same morning. Mm-hmm. I think that works out perfect. And I think you do the All-Star game right in the middle of the season. You kind of know what you got by the middle of the season. And I think that would be pretty awesome. It would encourage some other people maybe to step up for the back half of the season.
Yeah.
Now you're on the final stretch. And it gives everybody kind of a week off to recover.
You kind of do what the Sabres aren't doing.
Have fun?
Yeah. Position themselves and,
Yeah, So
for a
I think that'd be kind of cool.
So let's face it, there's teams in this league that face off against another team better than, you know what I mean? It's just like you guys have had our number. Scott's team's had our number twice already.
Yeah, we lost to you the first time.
Yeah, but it's just like the Sabres. Sometimes they play better against better teams and whatever. So really, those standings when it comes to playoffs mean a lot. So that stretch is going to be busy for a lot of guys, and I have a feeling that guys like Bill Com and Hackett and those Hickman and stuff like Morgani, they're going to really step up their game for their teams.
Yeah, I think that's what it's really about at the end of the day.
It's hard fun. We're competitive on the floor, and then we talk afterwards. Where do you find that?
Nowhere. I've said that a million times. Nowhere. That's the most said thing. God damn it, Jesse. God, saying that.
Jesse, way to go! 19 goals, 35 points so far. Wow,
That's cute.
Biddlecom.
How many does my boy Nowinski have?
Let's see. I will tell you right now.
And Jesse's made every game.
Yeah, he's got 7 games on.
And Nowinski has not made every game. So factor that in.
I will get you that.
Biatches.
Second.
I guess we'll jump into the loser of the toilet bowl challenge.
Hey, you know what? I take a lot of shit for it, but at least I stepped up and did something.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
see
we both
anybody
did.
else-
We
I
were
don't-
first too.
I don't see anybody else doing it.
You're wrong.
Who's doing it now?
Well, that's funny you say that. If you would have watched the Chirp with Chris and Chris yesterday, Jesse Biddlecom stepped up to the plate and accepted the challenge. And he also said that he really likes the idea of the toilet seat because whoever has the word pretty much got shitted on last week, so it's a good pun. And that pun is delivered by the pun master, Jesse Biddlecom, with an E, not a 9. Because he definitely is the pun master.
Man, they've been really going at you about being able to write a sentence on.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Shit.
I haven't been able to write a sentence since I was born.
Would you like to address that now? I mean,
It doesn't bother me not one bit. I actually am amused by it, and I actually feel like, they understand what I'm saying, so it must not be too bad. But, it doesn't bother me. I haven't been able to write since I was a kid, but...
Jim Nowinski, 19 goals, 8 assists, 27 points.
And how many games?
6.
I think he's got less than that.
Matt Morano, 7 games in, 14 goals, 16 assists, 30 points. He leads your team.
Yeah. Bob's not too far behind him. All my guys are pretty much up there. Bob, Cam. I think that number's going to go up for them as we continue to gel. So I'm not really worried about that. It's going to be interesting to see at the end of the year who's sitting where. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, I really like the toilet bowl. Do you have a toilet seat? Or am I supposed to make one?
I don't know. Didn't Hickman have one?
I think Hickman was using that for his own. Hickman, is that a real toilet seat that we're using? If so, can you drop it off at my house? Because I'm gonna bedazzle the shit out of that and make it like a rapper's necklace, so that whoever wears it.
Are you gonna do that? Or are you gonna have your girls do that?
No, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna bedazzle it. I'm not
boy.
gonna girl bedazzle it. I think I'm gonna spray paint it gold. That way, when you sign it in black marker,
So now
it
for you
stands
would
out.
have girl bedazzled it, you know?
No. And then I might hook up a nice big lengthy chain to it, so you could throw that around your neck and rock out with your toilet seat out. So there's stuff in the work, but I got to get that ready by Sunday for that 10 o'clock game. So Hickman, if this is a real thing that you really bought a toilet seat, let me know. If not,
Yeah, I thought
I think I got far on the job. Thank you, Far. And that shit should all get dropped off to me hopefully today or tomorrow. I don't think we're not gonna talk about games this week. I don't think.
No,
I think we could talk about the one game that actually had their players there, because all the other games they didn't really have all their players there, and I don't like talking about teams that are half loaded.
Yeah.
It's kind of like pre-com. It's useless.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I think
Hell of a way to put it.
our game, I think that's the first time a 20 spots ever been put up or even been close. I think
34 goals in that game.
Fucking shit ton of goals. Where were the goalies? The porn stars.
They
Porn
went
star
on
got
fucking
left.
vacation is
No,
what
the
they
porn
did.
star got left high and dry. I give him an excuse. My goalie, yeah, he let a couple weeks. He was working with no knee pads though, so I'll give him a little excuse. He's working with some new pads. Needed some knee pads when he was dropping down. He was hitting his knee. That shit hurts.
Yeah, but
I've
if you
done
see
that.
him play on other nights, you're going to wonder why the hell he let in 14.
Why, he plays good on other nights?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Good to know.
I'm
I'm breaking your legs, motherfucker.
Wednesday night, they had the lowest goal scoring goals against.
Yeah.
He's
But how many times
letting
did that-
only in 3 goals. a
Yeah,
game.
but that floor hockey is a little different. You could square up a little bit better on floor hockey. Roller hockey, the side to side, the cutting of the ball. I mean, in his defense, he shouldn't have left any fucking goals when you have Yash and Denny Schwegel in front of you.
He doesn't have that. He has Brian Corco. They got a stacked team.
Exactly.
Stacked.
So's my team, though. But we don't have Denny, so.
Such a stacked team, but you're only 4-3.
That's all right. What are you guys?
Huh? 3-3.
Oh, that's cute.
3-3-1.
I'm not worried about it.
I don't know. You got a lot to go to take over Jesse's team.
Take over who?
Jesse's team.
I'm going to play it like Jesse would. I just got to be in second place. As long as I'm in second place, then I don't have to play the number one team until the final game.
By the way, did he win last Monday?
Who?
His team?
I have no idea.
I wonder if he won.
I have no idea.
I know it was Casillas versus Jumic, I think.
Yeah, I was going to try to go to that game, but
You guys start scouting that out if we're going to have a team on Mondays.
I'm not worried about it. If the boys show up, we're gonna take Mac from Jesse's team, so we'll be good there. Nah, but we got some good team in the works. I wanna. It's kind of like a Sunday BDL team. I feel like a lot of Sunday dudes and a couple of my Tuesday dudes. So it'd be kind of cool. Let's talk about this week's games. Who do you got? What are you thinking? You know, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Let's start it off with what you've been saying all day. About Hackett, yeah.
Well, I mean, I know this week he's going to come with a lot more fire because Casillas had his number last time. And Hackett's got a point to prove. I think he's going to go balls to the wall. I think it's going to be a very tough day for Shinigami's. I really do. Because when Hackett's on his game and ready to go, I don't know. You saw how he took over a game late and won that game against, who was that? 7-man boy band.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're never going to find anyone that's going to talk badly about Jesse Hackett on or off the floor. He's a class act. He's a good hockey player. He's
I wouldn't put it past fire to try to get in his head.
No, there's a difference between getting in someone's head and speaking ill about them.
No, I'm not talking speaking ill.
I'm saying I don't think you're going to find anyone that's going to...
I don't think anyone's going to talk ill about anybody in that league.
I would.
What?
Yeah, Jesse Biddlecom.
Oh, boy.
My arch enemy. No, I'm just joking. I like
Do you
Jesse.
sleep with his, face on a pillow right next to you, every night?
I don't love
Seems
that.
like you talk about him a lot.
I do. I mean, he's a great player. And and I know that he watches everything I put out there, so I want him to know that I'm thinking about him all the time. You know?
What do you think of Capella? Is it Capella? Capella's play?
I think Joe is a stud. I think I call him Baby Hackett. He might not like that, but they kind of always 1 and 1A always played together. And I know that they're real close friends and whatnot. And so I call him Baby Hackett. I think he plays a lot like Jesse does. You know.
See, the report on him was, and I ain't gonna say who said it, but he's a decent player, but he's great when he's got somebody to play with. Other than that, he's just a decent player.
I think whoever told you that's a fucking idiot.
That he needs somebody to play with.
He definitely does not need. No, absolutely not.
I don't agree with it, but
no, I think that whoever said that to never watch his kid play hockey. There's plenty of times on Tuesdays where he was, no Hackett, and he had Moose and Amoya, and he was tearing it up.
I'll tell you, I watched the guy skate, and I didn't know who he was until he came in, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've watched him play on Tuesdays before. And he skates like the wind.
He does. He's fast as shit.
It's not even just fast. It's just he's so smooth when he skates. Him and Turner both. It's like nothing to them, you know?
Yeah, I wish it was like that for me.
Yeah, I mean...
But yeah. So,
I
think he's a stud.
He's a great player. I think he's a great player.
He wants to get in the league. I really wish I could get Mitch out there in one of these games. I know Mitch is itching to play.
Mitch was serious, but
he was
like,
sick.
boy,
he was sick, and then he felt better the next day.
Yeah, and he wanted to play.
Yeah, I would love to get him out there. I know Jesse would not like to see him because he lives in Jesse's nightmares.
Biddlecom or
Jesse Biddlecom's nightmares, yeah. But yeah, so we'll start with the first game. Who's the first game this week? 7-man boy band and Jesse Biddlecom. I'm going 7-man boy band for the win.
No score on that one?
No, I don't like doing the score.
No?
No, I just like picking who's going to win or lose.
I think that, is Serafini going to be back this week?
Yep, that's what I hear. I hear the whole 7-man boy band's going to be there.
Then I think it's going to be a win for them. I think Jesse's going to suffer his second loss of the year.
And they have the dreaded toilet seat challenge. Jesse accepted it. Whoever loses that game between them two, either Farr will be wearing it in his underwear, or Jesse will be wearing it in whatever 6th grade outfit Jesse could find.
Really?
Under
That's
the second,
what it was, huh? Wow.
Into the second game, which is you guys and Shinigami's, and you picked you guys on a Hackett steamroll. It's kind of hard to go against that, but Shinigami's looked pretty good last week.
Hackett's on a mission, though.
And like I said, it's hard to bet against Hackett.
And the way Nick's been playing, Hackett and Nick together?
Yeah, but then who plays on the second line?
I don't think you're really going to need the second line. Well, you have the scoring. I mean, Danes is not going to be there this week. So it's going to be Moya, me, and maybe...
Jesse could play the whole game.
No.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Jesse's used to playing the whole game.
Yeah.
You know, him and your boy Nick could be out there the whole game, so you could cycle Delicente, you, and Moya in. That would work. I'm going to pick you guys, but I'm torn. I don't think it's going to be the ass whooping you think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a close game.
I don't think it's going to be an ass whooping.
I think a one or 2 point game.
I just think Hackett's going to take it over.
I just think that shooting from the blue line's not going to score this week like it did last week, so you're going to have to get good shots on. But you guys got guys that can get shots. On to the last game of the ballot, us versus the Predatoros. I got the Nature Boys. If my team shows up like they did last week, I don't know if there's a team that could keep up with us.
It's going to be a close game. I think that might be the game of the week.
Maybe. It depends on
Tell
if
you,
all their
Tuesday
guys
night-
show up. So
Tuesday night, Stu.
I'd like to see all their guys show up. And
Stu's been on fire.
yeah, he wasn't on fire last week.
No.
He had nobody there. So, I mean, it's kind of, like I said, I hate judging a team when they don't have their team. So if the Predators show up, it was a good game the first game. I expect it to be a good game the second game.
Who took that first one? You guys or Price?
We took the first one. So that's my picks. Who do you got in that last one?
They have other guys. I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one. I think I give you guys the edge.
So you already heard. Standings this week. I already did my standings, so you do yours.
The rankings?
Yeah.
Power rankings?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see. Well, I definitely have Jesse's team number one. I would go with the way the standings are right here. I'd go Jesse's team number one, you guys number two. I would go with the Demon Knights as 3. The Predators, oh boy. I'd say the Predators are 4. I think you go with Shinigami's because they did win last week. And the 7-man boy band just didn't have it last week. I just put them last right now. I mean, till they start clawing out of the basement and start showing
up, yeah.
Showing up and playing as a team.
I mean, because when you got like an 8 down, what do they call that? Alto singing balto and no tenors, it doesn't help for a good boy band.
Yeah, see, Hickman's got 28 goals and 12 assists for 40 points. And then you have a drop-off. Then you have Serafini at 15, and he's only been there he's not been there a couple times. And Hunter Weber, again, didn't show up.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I'll have
He
to
didn't get up.
put
Didn't
a
want to
shout
get
out.
up.
Was your son there?
Yes, he was.
Good. Someone up.
So I really think at this point I'd have to put them last right now until they can show up and really play as a team because they really haven't yet. Bits and pieces, but we'll see. I mean, and kudos to Hickman and Farr last week. They played almost the whole game without a rest.
Gotta do what you gotta do for your team. Each team is different.
So that's
Hey
what
Alexa, what do you think about the Nature Boys?
I don't have an opinion on that.
Typical. It's kind of how I feel sometimes. Well, I think that concludes the podcast this week.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put a call out to some of the other podcast people. We need to intermingle a little, maybe get some cross contamination going. I might have to make a surprise guest appearance on somebody else's podcast. Do a takeover, old school WWE takeover where you just pop
Invasion.
up. Exactly. Bow, 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 bow.
Now I just want to plug the rest of the BDL podcasts. Please tune into the Tuesday one, the Wednesday one, and Thursday. They're all great. They all have a little different thing going on. And particularly the Tuesday one is going to be an interesting one for everybody to watch this week. So stay tuned for that.
Why is that?
Something about one of their goalies getting upset and Tom and Hawk and somebody cheering or heckling that person and caused 6 stitches. So
Oh, Schnikey bombs.
somebody got tossed out and expelled from Frank's. So stay tuned to that.
Wow.
Watch that one, and of course Scott and
Where's
Mike.
the brotherly love? Or sisterly love, or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Jeez.
that was shocking. I mean, what if there was a kid there, and
Sounds like a
it's
hate
terrible.
crime.
Yeah, right. But Thursday night, stick tuned to that one too because that's a really good one with Mike and Scott.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them?
No, what do they
Maybe
do?
we should invade theirs.
Yeah, I don't think we can get into the compound.
Oh, well, we might be able
Get
to.
into the chopper! Yo, what if... I think I could do this, right? I think I could talk to my brother Yarme, right? And maybe we'll find out when they're going to do theirs. And maybe I'll show up like a pizza delivery guy.
All right.
Right? And then
I'll
they
just
gotta
take
let
over.
me in.
I'll just take over.
Exactly.
We'll storm their compound.
Exactly. Bow, 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 bow. I'll spray paint my shirt, some NWO action.
Right.
Some Will. Stay tuned. We got the chirp with Chris and Chris somewhere next week on location from somewhere.
Basically,
And then
see
we
what
got
you're
the
going to wear
podcast.
this time. Is it going to be all white or is it going to be all blue? What's it
Who
going to be?
knows? Maybe
Hawaiian shirts?
Maybe I'll rub off on him and he'll wear some
You and your
cutoffs.
rub-off shit, I swear to God. Okay.
That's what it is. Somebody hang out and you just rub off all over them.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Right? And maybe
Now,
we'll go
hey,
cut off.
there's some memes for that guy, so let's see it.
Listen,
let's see it.
I'm all about getting everybody's meme attack. I love it. I don't know if everybody's seen Scott's yet this week, but he's my clear-cut winner for this week. Chirp, chirp, motherfuckers! So I dug that one. Droz, man, he's been killing it each week.
Yeah.
So now he's got some competition. At the beginning of the year, I was all by myself dropping meme bombs. I've been so busy with podcasts and the chirp and all the other stuff that I haven't really got one of the last two. I will say this. Thursday night, since they didn't said I was past the cutoff for last week, should take mine and roll it into this week.
Yep.
Because I still think that one was epic and that one deserves a little bit of love. I'm not asking for much. I'll fill out a butthurt report if I have to, but I put a lot of work into that, Dan. Dang it.
So let's stay tuned to see if they actually say something about your meme.
Yeah, I watch every week. Every week, I'm a subscriber. And yeah, that's it. We'll find out next week if the boy band broke up or if they're back in action. We'll find out if the Nature Boys continue their role on dominance. And we'll see if the
Hackett shows
prediction
up
with the
and-
Hackett.
yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
But-
Love you guys.
Peace.